Opinions expressed in this podcast, Streets or Chill, are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of the platform. The content provided is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional guidance for any specific issues or concerns mentioned in the podcast. Listener discretion is advised.
And we're live.
How are you feeling?
We're doing this. Welcome back, Streets. This is the Streets or Chill podcast. I'm your host, Jenkin. I'm here with my lovely co-host,
Lilo M.
and we finally did it. Where are we?
Oh, we're bootleggers. You know what's funny? Every time we record, I look here, like the camera's here, and the camera's literally there. But
Yeah,
anyway,
different angle today. We're looking this way. Normally this way, but
like
poppy act and all that. People don't want to
change of things, because we're in public. We are bootleggers. I'm having a mimosa. He decided to be sophisticated and had some coffee, but we're not there.
Just for my audio listeners, if it does get too loud, just know we're in public, so the coffee sounds, noise, people, dogs, whatnot, but it's for the experience, right?
Yeah,
Anyway, how
we're
have you
doing
been?
something new.
A lot's been going on.
How you doing?
I'm fine, you know.
We're approaching. Are we
That
in
time.
exam season or are we approaching?
We're in exam season, basically.
How are you feeling?
I'm actually fine for the first time. Like, looking into the exams, like, I'm going good. Like, there's no stress, just complacency.
Okay.
So, like,
How are your cam marks? Are you
Ish.
content?
yeah, I'm happy. But that's where the complacency comes in.
I'm
'Cause,
just
like,
glad I have to write my exams, honestly.
So your cam marks aren't good. Okay.
They were
That's all I need
enough.
to know. Yeah.
They were enough, but like, could I do better? Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. But it's fine.
Okay.
It's
So behind
fine.
the scenes, we just got. Okay. Anyway.
But like, yeah. Also, just another disclaimer. There will be people walking around. There will be people dropping things on our table as well. So if you see anything, don't worry. It's just part of the vibe. Okay, we outside. Enjoy.
Yeah, we're outside. We got our team here.
Yeah, there's only one member missing, but it's fine.
Andicho. I call her Andicho. Do you know
Why?
Andicho? Because I was like, what's a good nickname for you? She's like, nah, people call me Andy. So I was like, nah, but Andicho sounds nice. And it's actually a
Does
pizza
she
spot.
like that nickname?
I'm sure you like that nickname, right?
She said no.
It's all right. Anyway, before we start with the show, have you been seeing the news? What's been happening lately? All that. I do want to speak about current affairs, just a touch.
Is this international?
Nah, this
Are you
is
talking about like Biggie?
in our country. The major news that just broke this week.
The last thing I heard. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I am not related to them, and they're not my friends. I did not care. Did
Okay.
you care?
No, not really. It doesn't
Good.
affect me compared to
Exactly.
Calvin
Why was everyone
Momo.
posting? Rachel and Siya broke up, right? Cool, whatever. Why was everyone posting about it?
because they're like the head boy and head girl of the country.
No one gives a fuck. At least I didn't. I mean, I didn't follow them enough to think that they were a cute couple or anything like that. I was happy for them. Good for them. Just like they said, good for my parents. Good for them. Nice, happy, live.
But now they're divorced or divorcing. And when the news broke out, my girl's like, what did Sia do? I'm like, how? How are you already jumping into Sia? What if it was like...
No, because rumors say Sia cheated. Allegedly.
Okay.
I don't want to be sued. But like, yeah. Apparently he cheated. Rumors say. I don't know. Don't care. But like, there has to be a reason for their divorce. And I don't think that they fought. They've been together since high school. They've definitely fought before. So it had to be something significant that happened. Either one of them cheated or one of them lied about something big.
I want to speculate a bit. Do you feel like because... I mean, he's won 2 World Cups now. Mm-hmm. He was in France. He's back. Do you feel like because he's a big sports person, it kind of got to him. I know he's been doing this for years, but do you know when you get like more
But
fame?
now there's like public. He's like a public person now.
And you know how the lifestyle changes.
People were throwing themselves at him. We have videos of it. People were literally throwing themselves on him. There's only so much you could do, honestly.
So wait, are you saying it's kind of valid?
No, it's not valid. But unless it was a normal nature for him, for people to throw themselves at him, then that wouldn't have been something new for him. It would have been something he would have known how to deal with. But because it wasn't something he knew how to deal with, or I'm assuming, if he's in that situation, there's only so much he can hold off.
Yeah.
You see? It's like the same with artists. Before they become big things, they're in relationships, they're doing all these things. As soon as they become the big-ish, it changes. Because they're not used to everyone just being in their business and throwing themselves at them. You're getting DMs like every hour of the day. When you're in public, someone jumps on you like it's normal. Someone jumps on you like it's normal. You know? Others will kiss you. You've seen how artists are on stage. People will kiss you, they will cry on you. Their snot will be all over you. There's only so much you can take.
So the pressure with that lifestyle,
it's real.
You're
and
in
it
demand.
Gets to you. You're in demand.
No pun intended. If you know what that line means. Because
but like you're in demand.
His book, he said in his book, he said that he was in demand. Like he was in demand. That's why he had like a porn addiction. I forgot what else he said. But in his book, it came up on my Twitter timeline. So that's how I know. Imagine saying you're in demand and you're married.
But that, guys, to be quite honest now, if my partner knows I'm in demand, you can't be mad that I'm in demand. You need to be mad at how I react to that. You can't be mad that I'm in demand. Don't make that face. You can't be mad that I'm in demand. You need to be mad at how I react, which is why the relationship lasted for so long. Because she understood that her husband was in demand and she wasn't mad about it. I'm assuming even now, if Siya did do something, she's upset because he responded to how demanded he was, which was the issue, if that's why they broke up.
And he was accessible.
Yeah. Imagine your girlfriend being accessible or your wife being accessible. Like, you can't help the fact that she's in demand. It's part of her job.
Of course.
You can't change that. But, like, the fact that you get disrespected because of her job, because people weren't fans of Rachel. They liked her because she was married to Siya, not because she was someone. No, she was just she was liked because she's married to Siya and their relationship, and she's been a supportive wife. She supported him in everything that he did and believed in his dreams. Because how many times does a person make it as a successful rugby player? Not many times. So she stuck by his side since high school. So everyone was happy that she was that supportive wife that every man wants. So that's why they liked her.
And
not because she was a specific
together.
person.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So there's only so much she could also take from that.
Yeah. The demand part though is a bit, it's kind of like a gray area for me though. I just feel like, how is someone married in demand? It should be off limits. You know, you should give that kind of presence that no one can actually want you or touch you. And I feel like kind of sometimes he allowed that behavior throughout the years. You know how we always say that there's signs in there's signs when people like, sorry, I lost my train of thought. There's signs where someone has cheated or is cheating and we're like, oh yeah,
you can see,
we can tell in these videos and stuff. And now videos are popping up on the timeline saying this is where it all went wrong, or these were the signs, whatnot.
I mean, there was a video. This is how I'm saying people didn't like Rachel for who she was. They just liked her because she was Sia's wife. Which is sad, because there's a video where there's this white girl who was throwing a rugby ball and it landed on Siya. And she was shocked and she didn't mean for it to happen. But in the moment, it was a joke. No one took it seriously. It didn't even trend in the moment. It was literally just a joke. But now that they're divorcing, everything is like unraveling and everyone is just like, oh my gosh, someone even threw a ball at her. You guys had no respect for Rachel. Like, all these things are coming out now and it's like, damn. But at the same time, you wanted to, or you married Usia because you loved him. It was
Yeah.
part of the package.
Yeah.
He was a big deal. He became a big deal, and you stayed. It was part of the package. Honestly, if you're gonna date or marry someone who's in the industry or who's a public figure, it's part of the deal. It's sad,
It comes
but
with
it's
it.
part of it. Comes with it. It's part of the deal. You can't really help it. It's their lifestyle,
But it's sad when like you started from nothing, you become something.
and it changes.
It changes completely.
Ooh, but okay. Think about Nasty C, for instance.
Yeah,
He's still with his girlfriend, right?
sure.
Is he accessible? No, but is he in demand? Yes. There was rumors when I was in high school that he cheated
Yeah.
with a girl that I used to take a bus with. Just have to say. Yes, because she went. She went to his show and whatever.
Okay.
But like, no one believed her when she said it at the time. But when you look back, there's a high possibility that it did happen, and there's a high possibility that he did cheat. But they're still together. So is she choosing to stay because she loves him despite everything? Or are we just delusional for thinking he cheated? Maybe
yeah, we
it
could
didn't
be
happen.
projecting. We could be projecting, but
Maybe it didn't happen.
like I said, the lifestyle sometimes forces you. Not forces you, but like it kind of gives you that impression that, oh, because I'm this big now, I can get away with this, or you know, that demand aspect
That's sad.
of it.
That is so sad.
But it's the lifestyle. That's why
Then be single. If you want to be a public figure and be accessible, be single.
you can't be single forever.
You what?
You can't be single forever.
No, you can.
You need a companion down the line.
No, you need someone to fuck. That's fine. You don't need a companion. Sorry. You need someone to like sleep with, but you don't need a companion. No, because you have everything you want. You have an assistant. You literally have everything you want. You
Yeah.
have someone that's already managing everything for you. All you do is walk on stage, finish your voice on stage,
Yeah.
come back home. You need someone to rub your back. That's sorted. You need someone to ride your dick. That's sorted. Like, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
You just air where you're going to be lonely in terms of emotions, but you'll be fine because you don't have someone to rely on. Because the people that work for you, they could disappoint you anytime.
Yeah. True.
But like, if you want to be a public figure and accessible, then you can't expect a companion, because then your companion needs to be accessible as well. But that doesn't work, because look at Cardi B and Offset. That doesn't work.
Yeah, but Cardi B started off as a stripper. Now,
Ooh.
speaking of
Ooh.
strippers, I think let's segue into sexualizing yourself as a marketing tactic, especially in clubs. What do you think about that whole thing where, I'm not saying clubs do this, but let's think of a way where clubs use women to get men to come in to spend.
Oh, always. Ever noticed how, I don't know if it's I don't know if you call these people influencers, ambassadors, but the people that get paid to sit in a club
Yeah.
and basically post about it and whatever, it's always pretty girls.
Yeah.
Majority of them are always girls. Even with bottle girls, it's girls. I don't think I've ever come across a bottle guy. And if there was a bottle guy, he wouldn't be dressed. He would wear shorts or whatever and no t-shirt. Like, everything about club culture is so sexualized, but it's normalized. It's normalized because reality is, when you drink, that's what you think of. You think of sex. So to sell, they're gonna sexualize everything around you.
Is the dark-skinned woman conversation, has it changed now? Like the narrative where they can be in these clubs, they can be these bottle girls, or is it still light skins, yellow?
The narrative hasn't really changed. I'll say the narrative changed in a sense that they're more inclusive now,
Yeah.
because they don't want to seem like they're against dark-skinned people or whatever the case may be. But the thing that sells is light-skinned hands. You can't be too fat, but you still have to have the whole structure. You can't have braids or whatever. You have to look. there's a whole, you have to look a certain way.
How do we get this criteria? How do we say, okay, because it's the same throughout every club, I'm sure,
Yeah.
where these ladies dress in some type of dress sometimes, or skirts, and they have this look. The makeup sometimes looks like it looks the same. The hair is done a certain way, and the way they carry themselves. How do they set that to the audience? Because I'm sure when you see it, you're like, oh, she looks nice, she looks pretty. How come that makes you say, like,
That
how
they're
come
pretty.
they're pretty, but if they do something different, it doesn't work out? How do they know that?
It's standard. That's the image that's been painted in our face. That's what we see as pretty. Or that's what, the thing about all these things, you get taught all these things. When you grow up, you taught that, like, don't be in the sun, you're going to be dark.
Yeah.
Things. Don't be in the sun, you're going to be dark. Like, being dark is a bad thing. Don't eat too much, you're going to gain weight. Like, being fat is a bad thing. Like, all these things you gradually get taught. And sometimes they're not taught to you, but like your society and the people around you, they'll make you feel bad if you do something opposite to what is deemed as pretty or whatever the case may be. So it's not something that's just put there. It's something that you grow up to think is normal. So when you get into clubs, it's already something that you grew up knowing it's normal. In clubs, they just what's the word? They permeate it. It's like, this is the norm. This is how it's going to be doing. And I'm sure with bottle girls and like people who promote promoters, they have tissue.
Sorry.
People who promote clubs. I'm sure with them, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's the same thing.
Sorry.
Like they train to do all those things. I'm sure like when they get hired according to how they look, how their body looks, not necessarily what they eat, but they will be told like, stay away from this when you're working, don't do this.
They even have a diet.
You have to look a certain way, so I'm assuming you have a diet to look the certain way.
Could
It's
you
like
be
with
there?
influencers.
Because I've also
Could I be a promoter?
no, like a club hostess promoter. Because okay, for example, with you, right? You're on the thick side. I don't mean disrespect.
No,
Okay.
I don't take offense.
Most of these girls are either petite or they just have a fat ass, and that's the look they go for. And the face, I don't know. Sometimes they're just not. They're not ugly, but they have sex appeal.
Okay. I feel like if I could make a brand, or if on my social media I could sell that I'm sexy, then I'm good to go. It doesn't matter what size I am, but if I can prove that people are attracted to me, that I have that sex appeal, then I'm good to go. But if I don't have already the social media background and expect to be hired, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I have to have the social media background. I have to have people that support that I do have the sex appeal, and then maybe I'll be, hired. I'll be a promoter. People will use me in clubs and whatever the case may be. Because even with influencers who are called to promote in clubs, they're all pretty. They all dress a certain way. And majority of the time, skin is showing. There are
Always.
those kind of promoters who are just like, I'm just going because they called me. And majority of the time, promoters who do that are big deal. So just their name being on a poster, the tickets are already sold.
Yeah.
But other promoters, it's like your name isn't that big yet, so you have to look the part. Yes, your face sells, but you have to look the part for your face to sell. So they'll do everything. The makeup will be there, the hair will be done, the clothes will be done, your body will be done, everything, and then only that will sell. Your name isn't big enough to sell. So yes, I'm assuming with all influencers or most influencers, if you watch YouTube influencers, they all gym. They all eat a certain way. They all have the aesthetic life to live. Yes, it's different. It's not the same. But it's all aesthetic. They all gym. They're all trying to fit a certain category so that whatever content they produce, it sells.
Now, who are we selling to? Guys, to come into the club, to spend, to fund their lifestyles. Is that the idea behind it?
Patriarchy says men have money and they have to spend. So yes.
On women.
on women. So yes, our, the reality is club culture and in general our society, we work on patriarchy, and it's a norm that women have to sell themselves for men to throw their money out. So yes, and the thing about men, it's very easy to get a man to spend his money. Do this and this and this, look a certain way, and he's good to go. With the man, it's not easy for men to seem attractive to us, for instance. Like, it takes a lot for a girl to be like, okay, I'm taking out my money and I'm spending money on you. Whereas for guys, shake some ass and he will throw money in your face. So yes, we can say we're selling to men.
So how do you feel? Because I know you had your reservations on how women... You said something to me yesterday about how women are being exploited.
Yeah. Okay. I don't like it in a sense, hey? Because the whole... Do you know how we're trying to change the narrative about women being sexualized? It won't change if, like, things in the club culture are still the same way. If things... Like, for instance, even with strippers, we're at the stage now where being a stripper isn't... It's not a... It's a normal thing now. If you're a porn star, it's a normal thing. Like, people live their lives openly. They're not shy anymore to say that I'm a porn star or that I, like, get money from sleeping with people, you know. People don't shy away from those things anymore. But reality is, as much as we open to those things, clubs and people who work with those money will continue to sexualize women. And it's wrong, because just because I chose that, like, I want to dance on stage and shake ass for money, doesn't mean that you can touch me. But you'll find that in strip clubs, people will touch you because you're a stripper. They have no respect for you whatsoever.
No. But I know that... No, they're bodyguards and stuff.
They are.
And also...
But the bodyguards are there, but they will still touch you.
You can pay.
And then they get thrown out.
You can pay more to touch.
Yeah, true. But, like,
and
still.
you being you sexualizing yourself though. By showing your body, you inviting that, you selling yourself. You know, you're selling your body
Don't
to
say
get money.
people are sexualizing themselves. Because realize that dancing on stage and whatever, it comes with the sex appeal. You're a dancer. Sometimes dancing is sexy. And if you're good at the sexy dancing, that's your skill, that's your talent. That doesn't mean you're sexualizing yourself. It just means that's what you're capable of doing.
Let's start here. According to you, what's sexualization? What's sexualizing?
Sexualization is just because I'm wearing shorts, you think you can touch me, or you think you have access to me because I'm wearing shorts. That's sexualizing. It's not about what I'm doing. It's what you doing, responding to what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that definition. I also see it as if you're in public and you're showing skin, like you're not skin, but like you're showing cleavage or something. Aren't you inviting?
No.
You're not inviting.
No.
But you're also using that to your advantage. Like for me, it comes with the intent. Not, okay, I said it wrong. Let me word it better. You showing like cleavage or your ass or whatever with the intention of knowing that you're going to attract. That's how I see it.
Okay.
I'm making sense.
You are making sense, ne? But then that still doesn't give you the right to do what you're doing. Because I could, for example, like, for example, if I'm going to, hypothetically, I'm married, I'm going to my husband's house, whatever, we don't live together. Oh, I was out of town. Now I'm coming back. So now I want to look hot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be showing boobs, I'm going to be showing ass and whatever. Because I want, when he sees me, to look at me like, damn, my wife is sexy. Now that's different. That, the intent was for you to touch me and to feel some type of way. But if I go out in public and I'm wearing a short dress and it shows my boobs and it shows my thighs and it shows my body, I'm not calling you to touch me. Not at all. I just want to look good. I want to feel good. I'm aware that people are going to look. I'm fine with that because I know people are going to look.
And
I feel good and people are attracted to a girl that looks good. And if I feel good and I think I look good, then maybe there's going to be people out there that think the same. Look all you want. Don't come closer. don't touch, and don't look at me to the point where I feel uncomfortable. Because now you're making the situation uncomfortable. Glimpse at me, sure. Let me walk away and be far. And don't let me see at you staring at me. That's awkward. Because now I know you look at me, and now I'm going to think I'm a victim. Because why are you just staring at me? Now I don't feel comfortable. Now you're making me uncomfortable.
And that's why I feel like that's why there's always that argument in terms of people see it as if because you're showing this part of your body, it means
you want me to.
You want me to approach you, and I get it. It's wrong. It's always like a 50-50. It's like on a guy's perspective, you want me to come to you. You know, from a girl's perspective, it's like no, I'm just trying to look pretty with my girlies and all that. But now, the main argument is you attracting. You know for sure that you dress like. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But you know for sure you're going to attract some attention, regardless of, you know, if you cover yourself. I think there's also like an experiment where you can say, if I cover myself completely, I go to the club, versus I don't. You will see the difference.
You will see the difference. Why? Because men want someone who's not going to show themselves.
There you go.
Exactly. I said men want someone who's not going to show themselves. I didn't say women want to dress half naked because they want men. They just, men prefer people who are going to show off whatever they want to see. But like that doesn't. But the thing is, with what you just said, hey, doesn't really prove that, because there's so many rape cases. Wow, so many rape cases with people who were fully dressed. Others dressed in school uniform. Like with is it Muslim or Islam people who wear that full body, and some of them still have rape cases. So you tell me what the issue is, because it can't be just the fact that I'm not dressed or whatever the case would be. The thing about men, you dressed or not dressed, they'll still victimize you. Yeah. And that's that. Yeah. But with club culture, it's different, I guess, because
you see, in the club, that's also the thing. In the club, what are you there for? You there for
to drink
a good
and have
time,
fun.
Drink and all that.
Yeah.
But when with alcohol comes confidence, comes mistakes, comes
you being horny.
Yeah. Let's just say it. Comes with you being horny. Those combinations are a bad thing to do when you come to the club dressed in a certain way, knowing that the club sexualizes.
True.
You know?
But you know what also bothers me the most is the fact that in clubs you can't really trust people, because you can't even trust like people that work there, the waiters. Because in some cases you go there, there'll be a guy sitting in their own section, you sitting in your own table, whatever the case may be, and you'll find that the waiter will be in support of the fact that that guy is trying to pursue you, even if you're not interested. He'll still, or she will still come and be like, no, you're gonna get free drinks. Like, she would sell you the idea of getting free drinks, knowing very well that that whole setup could end up with you kidnapped, dead somewhere. Like, not that it will happen, but it could. Like, there are chances that it could, but they'll still sell you the idea of like, no, you're gonna get free drinks, they're gonna pay for everything, they just say join them. And for them, it's their job. They're going to get a tip or they're going to get paid for doing that. But, like, it's sad because, like, I'm not even safe in the club. But at the same time, at the club, I'm not trying to be wearing a full long dress. No, I want my thighs out because if I'm twerking, I want to twerk.
And there's also a dress code. That's the thing.
There's a dress code in clubs now. You have to look a certain way to make it in. Even restaurants. Like, some restaurants, you can't wear jeans and stuff.
What?
Yeah. Haven't you seen on TikTok people being turned away from clubs?
Parada, ne?
People being turned away from clubs. You have to, not clubs, restaurants.
Allegedly.
You have to look a certain way to make it, and it's sad.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
And who has to look a certain way? Girls.
Yeah, because you guys.
With a guy, as long as you're not wearing sweatpants and a cap, you're good to go.
So what I'm getting from this is that guys don't have sex appeal.
Besides that, guys don't really have to do much. With guys. For you guys, what speaks the most is your money in this society we live in. No one cares. If you have money, you're the ish. You're good to go. With girls, I can't be ugly. But if I'm pretty, I can't use being pretty for money because then I'm a hoe. But then if I'm not using my pretty privilege for money, then I'm not using my pretty privilege. Then I'm dumb. Then if I date a broke guy, I don't love myself. If I date a rich guy, then I'm dating him for his money. Like there's so many things that we need to
rules and-
follow. And you guys just have to make money. That's it. Nice, hey?
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice. It's sad.
I just think also with the privilege, dark skinned women and light skinned women still has to be a conversation till this day. Dark skinned women are not appreciated enough.
Because we had white people in our land who taught us that looking white is the way to go.
Wow.
This
So is this there's predominantly white people here?
I know, but like that's how. What is it called? Colonialism. That's what
Yeah.
colonialism did.
Yeah.
So or colonization. That's what it did. So with that, light-skinned people were given the privilege. Even with apartheid, dog. Like, if you were able to pass as white, you were able to be white, and that elevated your level. So from the beginning of everything,
We
it
still
was
have
always the whole color category thing, from lightest to darkest. So you can imagine, it's always been like that, and it's not really gonna change. I feel like even Nangoku, people are only just being inclusive because you get bashed if you're not inclusive now. You'll be found on TikTok, you'll be found on Instagram, Twitter, and they will bash you. In TikTok, they'll even have those, not on TikTok, on Twitter, they'll have those meetings, and all they do is just bashing you. So
Yeah.
you can imagine. And that doesn't work if you were a restaurant or whatever, because then your credit decreases. And there's a whole cancel culture now. You will get cancelled.
It doesn't work.
Really?
It's still a myth till this day. Cancel culture is a myth.
I feel like it works to some degree. It just doesn't work with everyone. Like with Joop Joop, it didn't work. They tried to cancel him. That guy's still on Much Alive doing his thing.
But even
So-
now they're trying to.
Yeah, they are. The thing is with Joop Joop, is that there will be people who support him because he served his time. That's why people are like, no, but he served. That's why even in the beginning with Chris Brown, people were upset about the Chris Brown thing. But then there was people who were saying, no, but Chris Brown went to jail. Chris Brown sent himself to jail. Da, 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 da. And I'm guessing they didn't realize that even though he served his time, he still continued to do more things. He still continued to victimize more people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's still people in support of Chris Brown, and apparently still coming to South Africa. So,
Yeah, people are going.
you going?
No. I'm not remember I
No, I'm
said
just asking.
I'm not really a Chris Brown fan. With the light skin chats as well, you're right, that mindset of just discriminating is still there.
It's rooted deeply.
And I could use a good example, but I don't know. I think I'm touching on a sensitive part. But you know, Tyla and Aerostar.
I don't know who Aristoc is.
Aerostar is basically Tyla, but like a Afrobeat type of. She's on the Afrobeat side, right?
Okay.
She was doing good. Like she was rising. Then Tyla came. Obviously, Tyla. No disrespect to her, she's doing her own thing. She has a good team. She's being marketed well. But Aerostar also, like, she has the talent, but nobody knows her. You don't even know her. You know.
I don't know how.
She's dark skinned.
Is it color though? Because also with Tyler, she is dating someone who's like big in the industry.
Okay. Well,
That white guy. Is he a producer or marketing?
the manager. You think she's dating a manager?
Guys, her boyfriend is in the music industry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He produces. We spoke about it in the Women and Gender Studies module, so that's how I know my class.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. If you have data, research it now.
I don't know. I know that she has a manager that's well connected.
And they're not dating?
No, I know that she's dating like a childhood best friend or someone.
What?
Someone undercover, someone low key, someone that's not out there.
Then maybe I have my facts wrong.
Yeah. Fact check
But
maybe?
Go check. Because it was a few weeks ago, and we were discussing who she was dating, and they were saying she's dating this guy, and this guy is well known in the industry, which is the same guy who dated, I don't know who he dated, but she also did well in her career when he was dating her.
Okay.
So I don't know. You tell me.
But anyway, what I did want to say is, she's light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
She has the sex appeal.
And you think that's working for her?
It's working for her. It's not that she doesn't have talent. I'm not saying she doesn't have talent, but like she's also using that. You know, she's using that she's beautiful, she's
she's
attractive.
beautiful, yeah.
To get people to listen.
She
That's
does.
the whole conversation where like if you know you have the advantage of looks and the pretty privilege, use it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
Like,
but like again,
my question is, do you feel like, look at you, let's use you as an example, you're light skinned, you're pretty, do you know that you can sell yourself more on TikTok? I'm sure you've tried it before in the past, when you were single and whatnot.
When you were single, yeah.
What changed? What advice can you give to those people that you don't really necessarily need to use it, but because you were using it and you stopped?
I think for me what changed was that I didn't like the response I was getting, in a sense that because I was putting myself out there and I guess selling myself, the response wasn't like, you're doing a great job, here's your money. It was, you're doing a great job, but if you do this for me, I'll pay you so much. Now that I didn't like, because then now you're not appreciating me for being pretty, but you want to use me for being pretty. And I mean, some people like that. I don't.
So you don't like?
I'm not even comfortable with the idea of someone wanting to buy drinks for me. I said this in the other podcast. I'm not comfortable with that stuff. Well, I use the opportunity. Yeah, that's free drinks. Why not? But I'm not comfortable with the idea. Because I'm putting myself in a situation where I'm putting myself in the system of girls who are... This is annoying.
Yeah, sorry. It's just the dustbin truck.
I'm putting myself in a situation where girls are... we're just being used for all these things. So like, Hold on.
No, I just want to see if we're still recording.
We are.
Okay.
Can you pass my bag? I want my lip gloss. Thanks. But like, how would you feel? I'm gonna put you as the father figure.
Oh.
Your daughter, she's in the public figure. She's an influencer, upcoming model, upcoming singer, upcoming dancer, just in the whole entertainment industry. She does it all. She's a presenter, radio presenter, TV presenter. She's a dancer. Like, you know Buntle?
Buntle who?
Buntle Modisel.
Yeah,
the dancer, Pretty Ugly's wife.
Yeah.
Her vibes. That's your daughter. Upcoming still. What would you say?
I'm not allowing that shit.
You're not allowing it?
It's such an ick as well.
Why is it an ick? Because it's her talent though, and she's making money.
By dancing, and firstly, I feel like her dancing is just... I feel like she's just doing too much, in my opinion.
Why? But like, she's a really good dancer.
You think so? I mean, I can't dance, but like...
Your daughter. I'm talking about your daughter now. She's a really good dancer.
My daughter. Yeah, she's a really good dancer, but she's using her...
It's her talent.
Her looks to gain traction.
But like, it's selling.
The thing is, if I have a pretty daughter and she's using her looks to gain traction, I can't fault her for that because she is pretty. She's getting traction. It becomes a problem for me if she's gonna sexualize herself now, knowing like
how the world works.
If I dress this way, I'm getting this target audience.
You sound like, what's this guy? Anthony Tate. Is that his name? That's what he says. He says you need to dress a certain way because if you dress revealing, then you're allowing people to approach you and to think that you want them.
I mean, if you go to the club wearing a thong and thinking, bro, I'm not allowing
It's
that.
club culture.
No, but I don't want that for my daughter. She knows.
But like,
what's-
okay, what if she's hired by like this big artist to dance on stage, and she's like, I want you guys to like wear thongs and a t-shirt and dance, or wear those bum shorts that thingy wears.
shows the under. No.
Yeah.
Why?
You dancing.
So you need
Dancing allows, or it comes with showing your body.
you can dance in tights
No, we want your thighs. We want to see your thighs move.
because your thighs
She's
bring that
being
attention.
hired by a
No,
very
she's-
well-known
I'm-
artist. You're not allowing it.
I'm not allowing that.
So you're gonna disown her because you can't stop her. If she's 21, she wants to do it. She's gonna do it.
I'll have that conversation. Listen, yeah, there's certain things that you know that shouldn't. I can't. I'm trying to think of. Look at Savannah James. She doesn't. She's a wife, but like, she's pretty, but like she doesn't show much. She doesn't, use that as an example. Like, use your face.
But
Rather
it's,
your face sells than your body sells.
But is
That's
she a
my
big
argument. No, she's just known for being LeBron James's wife.
Thank you.
But she's pretty.
Yeah, but she's known for being someone else's wife.
But she's pretty.
For being someone else's wife.
No,
If-
but she's pretty.
Wait, if she wasn't someone's wife, were they gonna know who she was? Because I don't know who she is.
Okay. Valid. No, that's a good point. It's a good point. I'm trying to think of someone.
Like all the people that you're gonna mention now, it's either they're someone's wife or they used being pretty. Or even if they didn't use it, but it worked in their advantage, there's no way to go around it.
There is a way.
How?
There is a way. Face value, for me, face value always supersedes like your body. Once this is where I get annoyed. Once the body is involved, I feel like the attention you're going to get. That's how I see it.
But you're a dancer.
Okay, you're a dancer, but
You're wearing tights. If you're shaking ass, your ass is shaking. We're gonna see it.
okay,
Even if you're wearing tights.
Kamu Mpela was she's still a dancer, right? Mm-hmm. When she started, what was she wearing? At first video that made her rise. At first video at Sports Scene.
Was she wearing shorts or jeans?
Nah, she was wearing like tights and a jacket, if I'm not mistaken.
But did she continue wearing that?
Nah, she's changed.
Because it sells. Thank you.
That's my argument. It's going to sell that part. But you got traction of you doing good. Like you got traction of being a talented dancer.
But the same with Uncle Waffles.
What about her?
She got attraction for being good or a good dancer. But what sold
Is
was the
Waffles
way
a
she
good
looks
dancer?
now. Yeah, I think she's a good dancer.
Okay.
And I mean, she's a DJ. So dancing is part of the whole set.
Okay, yeah. But Waffles
And what
didn't get
made her
traction from a
famous
set.
was her DJing and dancing. That's
It
what
was
got
her
her famous.
energy. Yeah, it was her energy. More than anything, her energy and what she was wearing.
And the dancing. Because what she wears, she's always DJ'd. She's always been on stage.
Yeah, but we don't
But
know
the
if her
video
sets
that
were
went
good.
viral was the one where she was dancing.
Exactly. And what
Yeah.
she was wearing.
I guess what she was wearing was part of it, okay?
And then I don't know if you noticed the weeks after she was still wearing that.
Yeah,
that
she
whole setup.
continued to, yeah.
She's changed it now, and she wears something differently. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's short
she's more,
skirts.
she has a whole style going on now.
Still
That's what I'm saying.
experimenting.
When you're a public figure, there's a style that sells, there's an aesthetic that sells, there's a look that sells. So if you want to make money,
That means you're not true to yourself. Then that means you're telling me that you started off this way, but you see that this sells, so you're gonna accommodate that. That's the whole thing where like, okay, you're inviting it, but it's not you. You're just doing it because people like it. You're doing it because people want this. People like this.
remember it's your job, hey? So
What?
unless
what
you want
part
to
of-
continue getting money,
It's your job. What
Yeah.
part of it of your job is it?
the part of making music is your job.
Okay, making music,
Yes.
but making
Like for
music by
instance with
selling your
Tyla.
body.
Tyla's been making music.
Yeah, she's been. And
But
been.
what's her most famous album or song? Water. Why? Because of the song that she made and what the song is about and the video and the dance especially.
Yeah,
That's
she
what made her a
found-
big thing. We knew Tyla in South Africa. We always knew her.
and we didn't
But
really pay
internationally they
attention.
didn't know. Exactly. Internationally they didn't know until Water came along. So you tell me.
She had a really good marketing team.
Hey, this guy.
No,
So-
I'm serious. What she did the same thing in what was that song that there was a song of Tyla that gained traction before Water.
Yeah, the one that was famous in South Africa.
Yeah. Sorry? Get it late.
Getting late.
Getting laid. Wasn't
And-
that Amapiano joints? Some Amapiano.
It is that song.
It's called Getting Laid.
Like,
Oh, Getting
you
Laid.
late.
That song. What was she doing in the video?
I don't think I watched the video. What was she doing?
She was showing dance. Exactly.
It didn't go international though.
Yes, but now it was marketed better. Do you understand? She's been true to herself. Tyla hasn't changed. She hasn't, she has
Okay.
the sex appeal. Now I'm mad
But
at
was
the
the
fact
getting
that
late talking about sex?
no.
Exactly.
But like,
Water talks about sex, doesn't it?
we don't know that the song is a sexual song.
How? Hi, bo. It is a sexual
Maybe
song.
Water.
Hi, bo. What?
Okay.
Come on. It says make me water. As
Okay.
in make me wait.
I thought it was okay.
Pause. But like,
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
You didn't listen to the song. I can tell.
No, but like, but you see what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying with the marketing, but the marketing she was marketed better, but she was still doing the same things, and the songs just became sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's my point with the whole
your point is that
dancing thing.
get sexualized. I get that,
Don't do that. Don't let it.
but it
if you
sells.
then that's when.
And
that's
I'm
when,
contradicting myself now.
Exactly.
Because I said, like, with women, it's sad that we have to do it, but it sells. Like, dude, I'm trying to be
And
the next best singer here. And I know that if I walk on stage and I'm wearing a bodycon that's low-key see-through, like they can see my features, they can see my boobs, they can see whatever. They can see it, but I'm not naked. I know I'm going to sell. Like, I know. So I'm going to use it to my advantage because it's going to sell. The song is good, but how I look also sells. It works with the song, so I know it's going to work. That's making money for me. I'm
Yeah.
okay with doing that, then it's fine.
Yeah. I want to
It
ask
comes with
Andy
it.
something,
Oh,
but she won't be on camera. I want to ask her something.
I wonder, was it related to what we're saying?
Yeah, it's related. No, it's like you straight, right? You're a straight woman. Okay, I don't have.
We never
do you
even
have-
discussed those things. Hey, do you know that?
What?
We never told our pod streets, like our sexualities and stuff. We just come here and we talk.
I mean, the streets
I don't even think they know us.
I'm a straight man. What are you?
I don't even know if I'm gay or what's going on. But no, because hear me out. I date girls in simple. But maybe you never know, in the future things could change. I've dated guys before. Did not work. Don't like them. Not interested. No. But do I think they're sexy? Yeah. Just don't come close to me. So maybe I am gay. Maybe I'm poly. Maybe I'm bi. But like, I stick to girls most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask Andy something. Andy, I want to ask you right here. Here's the mic. How do you feel, with example for Tyla, like women that have sex appeal online as a straight woman? Do you look at it as if like, oh, they're so beautiful, oh, it's working? Do you support it? Do you feel like you don't want to really subscribe to it? It's like, ugh, why are they doing this? Do you feel jealous? Do you understand my question? Yeah.
So we can use Tyla as an example.
Yeah.
But when I first saw Tyla, I noticed her body, thin waist, slim. So I first saw her as beautiful, confident. Then I was also like, I'm trying to get snatched like her. So there is a bit of like comparison when you see like women with the ideal body type, I would say. But in terms of attraction, obviously as a straight woman, I wasn't like, ooh, I need her, but I was like, she's gorgeous and I can accept that. That was that.
So more so like influenced, inspired.
Yeah, inspired,
Okay.
influence, that's the word. But yeah.
And how do you feel about like DJs using their body?
For me, it bores me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're here for the music, and then you're out here jumping jumping on stage, like, get back to the seats.
Do you know who I
and play
thought of?
your music.
Side pushy.
Sign bougie. Yeah.
You see what I mean? like, I'm not here for your hips, lady. Like, I just need the beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that bores me, to be honest.
Do you also feel like girls or women around like online play a role in like women sexualizing themselves?
Yeah. It may not be intentional because I think they figured out the look that you need to have to gain an audience, which is what everyone wants. But unfortunately, it like mass influenced a lot of people, and now it's just out there.
Yeah. Okay. No, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is.
To be quite honest,
Yeah.
I agree with what she said, right? But it goes back to the fact that it sells. So unless we change the industry, which is not going to change, because at the end of the day, the reality is you drink, there needs to be music. If you're drinking, you think about sex. So whatever song is playing needs to fit into the sex appeal. Whoever's dancing to the song needs to fit into the sex appeal. Whoever's singing the song needs to fit into the sex appeal. So this all stems from drinking, maybe you can say that. And just being a horny motherfucker ass.
And it's worse in the States. I follow a lot of American culture.
You do.
I for one. So in the States, I just know it's like, oh, there.
And
Bro,
they set the standard, do you know that?
They set the standard, and it's even in their clubs, they're allowed to be like naked.
Half naked, yeah.
Like they can wear that black, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You guys will know. It's like a black thing that's see-through. That
Yeah,
can show your
yeah, it
nipples.
shows everything. And it shows your ass crack. It
Everything.
shows. And your
that's
crotch.
fine. That is
Which
accepted.
also is what I like to think. It may not be true, but I like to think that that's what also made Uzodwa Abantu sell internationally. The fact that she was not afraid to show us her coochie and her ass. She was not afraid. Like, she will shake her ass on stage and we will see everything. And we will see everything. And she's okay with it and she's happy with it because she's just like, this is my body. And I'm going to show it. And the thing is, she's not conventionally attractive.
There
Like,
you
she's not the
go.
standard
Speak
of
on
being
it.
attractive, but her
Speak on
body
it.
sold. Like, it sells. So, do you know what I mean?
You see why face value, that's why you can have face value and have your body. They're two different things.
Yeah, and
You
they
see.
both work.
But the other one works more. The body always works.
Like-
Selling your body, despite you being flat as a table, if you know how to shake or move your hips, you can sell.
Yeah, I know when I watched, what's this thing in South Africa where it's porn stars? My body works for, yes, this body works for me. They're not all pretty. They're not all conventionally pretty, okay? But like, they were making money off what they were doing. And they weren't all making money because some were strippers, some weren't porn stars, some were strippers. And in South Africa, the whole strip culture doesn't really make that much money. It's not the same as internationally. Which again goes back to what you're saying, that internationally your body really does sell. Because internationally people make money off
Yeah.
being strippers. In South Africa you don't. Like, you struggle as a stripper in South Africa because
What was that show about again?
this body works for me.
Yeah.
It was basically this body works for me. People use their body to get their money. So you're either a stripper or you're a porn star or you a sex worker.
So it was a platform for them to like,
Showcase their life, how it works.
oh, I see.
They were showing us like what they do, how it works for them. Like, I know with is it Rwandi? I think her name is Rwandi. For her, that platform worked. Like, now she's the ish. From someone we didn't know and didn't care about. Now she's the ish.
Isn't Wandi that girl that stays in Nigeria now?
Yeah,
She got a BBL and
she moved.
oh yeah. Allegedly. Hey, I don't know if she did or did she
No,
say
she
she got a
did.
BBL?
I think she did say that she did a body.
She got a BBL, then
Yeah,
she
she
now
did.
stays in Nigeria.
She stays with a boyfriend, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like, again, with her, she's always been open about the fact that she wants a man who's going to provide for her. And she got that. And she's happy.
I can respect that. I can respect if you own up to what you are and what your lifestyle is. I feel like people enjoy it when people, or can accept it when people live up to their life or own up to it, than doing it in secret. Because if you're doing it in secret, I feel
Then
like
you're
it's taboo.
ashamed. Yeah. Then you're ashamed. But like with her, because in the interviews, I think Mac G's podcast, when they interviewed her, she said, like, she's fine with the choices that she make, but she wouldn't say someone else must make those choices. Like the thing of being a sex worker and what, like she said, like if she had made different choices and stayed in school and whatever, she would have been fine. She would have made it. She would have been happy. Like if she could, she'd go back. But she's fine with the choice that she's made now, and like it worked for her because the circumstances that she was in made her do what she did, and it pays her bills now. So she's happy with it.
What are your thoughts on prostitution being legalized in South Africa?
Ooh. Okay. I have nothing against people being sex workers or sleeping for money. I'm not against it. I just don't like the fact that because you do that, someone has to take something from you in order to give you something. Do you get what I'm saying?
Such as?
Like you have to sleep with someone to get paid. You're not gonna get paid for singing or for writing on a piece of paper. You have to sleep with someone to get paid. And with that comes a lot of things. Other people are weird as they kinky. They do all these things, they'll tie you up, like those things. And those things is part of the sex world in general. But it's also borderline abuse. If you don't want that, it's borderline abuse. But because you getting paid for that, how long are you going to say no to that money? It's a job. So how long are you going to say no to those things? Therefore, it opens the door for people to be victims and all those things. But at the same time, you want to be a sex worker. I can't fault you for that. Yeah. But for me, it makes the situation uncomfortable because we're opening doors for people who use people for sex, for people who abuse people. Like some people, you could be a sex worker. Like, again, going back to This Body Works For Me, they shared a lot of stories of how they would go to someone and they're supposed to have a sex whatever, they're supposed to have sex whatever, and then they end up robbed, or they end up in sticky situations, or they end up hurt, or whatever the case may be, or they sleep with them and they don't get paid.
And that's rape.
Yeah.
I think that classifies as rape.
It does classify as rape because you called me for a job and then you didn't pay me.
And
so now
you're not really consenting.
Exactly. So you basically took advantage of me. So it opens doors for those situations. Unless if we could do it in a professional manner where it's a business.
That's what I'm saying. I think if it's legalized, there's a regulation that I think there will be a guideline that would say these are the rules, these are the things that happen, and if it doesn't happen, you get arrested. Yeah. Because now I'm pretty sure.
How are you gonna arrest the person? That's what I'm saying. It needs to be, like for example, like a business. Like if I'm a sex worker and I'm living in an apartment, I need to make sure in whatever apartment I'm living in, I'm not going to them. They're coming to me. If I'm going to them, I need a bodyguard. I need whoever that person's gonna be there. They're not gonna be with me in the room, but they have to be in wherever we are to make sure that I'm safe. And there needs to be that whole accountability factor of it and the responsibility side of it, not just the fun side of it, because now the fun side of it allows you to get hurt. So yeah, it needs to be an actual business, not just a fun thing where I just go outside and we fuck and then you pay me and then I leave, because there's no guarantee that that's safe.
Yeah,
I need you to get tested, for instance, because I could agree to sleep with you, but you could have HIV. That's an inconvenience on my side.
But they do it with condoms, if I'm not mistaken.
The condom is 99%, eh?
Yeah, but like the whole, I don't know if people would be comfortable with
testing. Then don't call
like
a sex
anonymous
worker. What?
Anonymous, you know, these guys that are married and obviously go to sex workers and, you know, yeah.
Then we need.
See,
can't you test? Like now you test now, we see your details now, but okay, you don't have HIV, we move.
Those are not 100% accurate. Sure. Those tests that you buy from clicks, they're not 100%
Then we need to find a way to do it, because, guys, if we're going to allow prostitution to be legalized, it becomes a government issue. So the government needs to make ways for prostitution to be a successful business without people getting hurt out of doing it. Yeah.
Sorry, these guys just almost tripped our camera.
Oh, damn. I didn't even see that. Did he apologize?
No, he did it on purpose. Anyway, on a lighter note, tipping culture.
Ooh.
Are you as a student? Do you tip like when you're at the restaurant?
For me,
Fast food places, like ordering. Do you believe a tip is mandatory?
it's not mandatory. I know internationally it's mandatory, especially in the USA, but in South Africa, even for me, it's not mandatory. If you did a good job and I'm happy, I'll tip you. If I felt like you were a bitch the whole time and you forgot about me, you didn't check up on me, you came to me like 30 minutes, like you were just a bad waiter. You did your job, my food came and whatever, but you didn't check up on me. You didn't ask if I need anything else. Or even like, for example, let's say we had to tip, what are those people that do our stuff when we buy food?
Tellers.
Let's say we had to tip them. If you didn't ask me, do I want a plastic, and I had to tell them I want a plastic bag, I'm not tipping you. Because you didn't do your job.
You would tip those guys.
I would tip them
Yeah,
if I'm
actually.
happy with their job and like what they gave me. The same with waiters. If you ask me if my food was okay, is it warm enough? Do I need anything else? Is my drink okay? Do I want another drink? Like if you did that, which is part of your job as a waiter, it's waitress culture, then yes, I can tip you. But if I felt like you didn't do that, I'm not tipping you. That's how I go about my tipping business as a student. And even if I wasn't a student, that's how I do it. Money or no money.
As a student, I feel like I just have to tip. But I don't tip. Thing is, I don't tip well enough. I tip like
maybe add an extra 50 rand.
No, you see, if they say 10% of the bill, I don't say 10. I don't do that 10%. I do what I say. Okay, I'm gonna give you this. Say the bill is 300, I'll tip you like. Are we good?
Oh,
But we still good. Sorry.
okay.
We'd tip like 15 rand or 30 rand. But now sometimes I don't get a thank you.
Oh, for the tip.
I don't get a thank you.
You see those things? No, guys. I don't believe in tip being mandatory. I'm sorry. Like, I don't. Because at the end of the day, you're at work. When you clock off and it's the end of the month or the end of the week, you're going to get paid.
Yeah.
So, you did the job. And when you applied, they told you, I'm paying you 4K per month. Your thing said that your contract said I'm paying you 4K per month. So my tip, that's just a special occasion thing. You get it here and there. It's not a mandatory, no.
My worst experience was in June. I was forced to pay, it was called a service fee. I was forced to pay a certain amount.
They do that now.
But
Even
like,
with
why?
Ubers.
That pissed me off.
Even
You
with
see,
Ubers.
that pissed me off when I had no. So basically, I got the bill, the food that I had to pay for, and then there was a side thing that said you can tip, right? Gratuity, whatever. Then there was service charge. Then I asked the waitress. I was like, wait, what is this service charge? Is it like a tip for you? It's like, yeah, it is kind of. Then I'm like, so you guys are telling me that I have to tip this amount, I have to tip you this amount, like I can't go below. And I did it. Then I asked my parents, they're like, no, you shouldn't have. Like, they can't force you to tell you what amount. That pissed me off. And
There
it was
are
like
some
ridiculous.
restaurants that do that. And the service tip, it will be there. And then you'll pay. And then when that happens...
What if I don't have it? What if I budgeted for the food that I came here to pay for, then like 10 rand extra?
You see this... Write it here that the service tip is going to be so much.
Exactly.
So that I know when I'm ordering the food that there's a service tip that I need to pay that is so much.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, according to how much you spent to buy that food, your service tip changes. So the more you buy or the more expensive food that you buy, the more expensive the service tip is. It's even with Uber Eats. The more food you ordered or the more expensive the food is, the more expensive the service tip is, especially if you live far from where you're ordering. Yo, it's ridiculous because then you're paying the driver and the delivery app.
It just makes you
It's so
cook
ridiculous.
food at home. Just
Let me
throw
just
at
rather
that
cook
point.
food. And like, I understand tipping people because some people survive off tips. For instance, Some people survive off tips. Like I know my sister when she was working in the industry like that, she used to survive off tips. Fine, cool. But like, damn, bro, I'm not tipping you if I felt like you didn't do a good job. I don't care if you don't have transport to go home that day, but like you weren't doing a good job. I'm not tipping you.
No.
It really depends. Like people who do a good job get paid well. They get tipped.
Yeah.
You don't do a good job, you don't get your tip. That is your problem. We live in that kind of world.
Sure. Anyway,
I
let's
would
wrap up
not
the
survive if they made tipping mandatory. Because now that means you're giving... Oh my gosh, I'm allowing you to be disrespectful to me. You don't check up on me and my food.
And you're
then I'm
telling
tipping you. You not happening on my watch, son. I would question that. I wouldn't go back to that restaurant.
Yeah.
And
Let's
I'd
wrap
post
up the
about it on
show.
TikTok.
Do you want to ask any? I think you wanted, or you asked your question. already.
Oh, no. I had fun questions to ask. I saw this on TikTok. The first question is, it's weird questions. Please don't look at me funny.
Okay, go for it.
Because I know you.
Go for
But
it.
the first question is, where's this video? But basically the first question was, what would you wash your brain with cold water or hot water?
With cold water.
With cold water.
Yeah.
Reason being, because you feel like your brain works a lot, so it's probably hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would wash mine with cold water as well.
Yeah.
But when I was watching the video, that girl was like, she had a conversation with someone else and they asked, and they were like, they would wash it with, 7-Up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, cool drink. But it's like, the main point of that whole video was basically like, asking random questions always makes you understand a person better than asking them, so what do you like? What kind of person are you? Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I asked you that question. That was the question basically.
That was the only one.
Yeah.
I thought you had more.
No, that was the only one. It was supposed to open up the floor to me to understanding how you think. But then I guessed it. That it's probably because you think a lot, so your brain is hard. That's why you want cold water. So that's the end of it. I thought I was going to get my guessing wrong. And then you were supposed to explain yourself. But I think it's because I would also wash mine in cold water. Because it's too much. I think too much. My brain is just overworking. And it's hard. Like when I think of my brain, I just think, in movies when they're trying to show something that's electronic,
Yeah.
so there's all that spike of electric. I think of my brain in that way. I know that's how my brain functions. It's just electric spikes and everything. Yeah, so I'd put it in cold water. Like it needs to calm down. Like relax, bruh. Calm down. Yeah, I have a quote for today.
Oh,
How nice
she
of
came
me.
prepared.
Wow.
She came prepared. She was excited for this.
So, this is for people who like being copycats. It says, all monkeys can't hang on the same branch. Meaning, what works for one person may not work for another. Find what works for you. What do you think of that?
That relates to the whole topic of today.
Yep. I
Like
thought about it.
100%.
I was well prepared.
Yeah, like what is for you is for you.
Do you think sometimes that like you tend to follow others?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think you do. You're such a, hey, I don't like that. I'm not doing that.
I think it's I don't know why. I just
Even
want to
if
be
your way doesn't
outstanding.
work,
I want to be
you're gonna
outstanding.
stick to it because you want it so badly.
Exactly. And I would also, if I know your ways, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say to you it's right.
I know.
I would try to find my own way.
Ah,
Even in my relationship, like I'm just like, my girl would probably say sometimes like, no baby, this has to happen, but just because I don't want it to be right,
you're gonna go around
exactly.
it. You're weird,
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, your second mimosa.
Thank you. Can you just
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, honestly, I think as a girl, it's normal that I look at other people and think, I can do that, I can try that, and whatever. I'm just happy that, like, I'm not really a makeup fan, so when it comes to looks, I don't really like copying people. But outfits, if I find an outfit, I'm like, that looks good, and I know I look good, I'm buying it, and I guess that's fine. But sometimes, I feel like I'll also be interested in like, oh, this fell out. I'll also be interested in the fact that like on social media, if someone is doing like OTDs and it works out for them, and I feel like I dress nice, I could do OTDs. Initially, the first thing I'm going to do is do an OTD the way I saw it of someone else before I find my own way to do it. And I find that sometimes I forget that I need to venture into my own style, and I just keep replicating what I see, which then doesn't create, like, your likes won't grow because everyone can see that you're replicating someone else's work. So yeah, so this one touched me, that's why I'm sharing it.
No, on that note, it's been a really good episode. I want to say thank you to the people behind the scenes. Thank you so much. Thank you to you.
Yeah,
we finally
thanks to
did
you.
it.
We did it in public.
Hopefully.
I thought it would have been scary.
Yeah, we were nervous in the beginning because we were trying to figure out
Everything.
which way.
But besides that, I wasn't that nervous, hey? Like to record, actually. Setting up everything was nerve-wracking.
And then
but to
just
record,
doing
it was just, how about we doing more of this?
I
want a live
this
stage
comes
next
out
time.
well. If it didn't, it's fine. It's all part of the experience.
And I
just
hope the
wanna say
noise
thank
was
you.
not too much.
Yeah, editing is going to be a nightmare for me, but
Yeah, good
this
luck with
should
that.
be out this Sunday.
Hopefully.
If everything goes well, 6 p.m. Sunday. I've been your host, Story Jenkins.
Lilo M. Follow TikTok, Instagram. I might start a YouTube channel. It's December now. No promises. You know how I am. I say stuff and then I don't do it. But it's December now, and I've got big plans. So maybe I might record it. If not, it will be on my TikTok for sure. Love you
And
guys.
our new member will be announced
Yes.
on the next episode. She will be recording.
I'm recording with her. I can't wait for you guys to see her and just. I love her. She's
amazing. Anyway, I've been your host, Story Jenkins.
and Lilo M. Bye.